Hi all, this is my review of the brand new B&M Revelation of the Dalek set. Both nice Daleks, just get the pleasantries out of the way, shall we? Usual Dalek features, turn round, move, halt, blah blah blah. Eye moves, stalk goes up. Although I say the stalks were a bit flimsy. Gun is a little bit better than previous releases, the arm as well, and the gun. So there we go. Both the same, and they are currently available at, well, if you can find them. I was lucky, of course, because otherwise I wouldn't be doing this video, at $21.99, which is a good price. There's a few changes to the earlier releases, and I'm going to point that out. So what they've done is, now they're not accurate, but they have done improvements because they have released these versions of the Daleks twice before. First time in 2011, part of Underground Toys Moon Planet exclusive, and that came with one Revelation Dalek, one, if you like, Renegade, they weren't called Renegade then, but just for argument's sake, call it Renegade or Skaro Dalek, which is the grey one, and the Sixth Doctor in his blue cloak from Necros and Davros. And then in 2012 they brought this one out again as an FX one, talk one. I'll show you that one in a little while. And then finally in 2013, part of a twin pack with Toys R Us. No difference in the original release. That came with the Sixth Doctor. So that's the brief history of these figures. So if you can see, there's a bit of a gap between the shoulders and the neck, which was right, because I don't know why they did that. In the actual series, there's like supported by little black screws, which you can actually see. And these were newer Daleks that were used, as opposed to the old original props. The eye stalks are not exactly right. The discs are wrong. But there we go. There's a surprise. I just don't understand why they go to the trouble of putting this gap in here, as I said, and then getting other details wrong. And another thing I've noticed is, now I know these are the arguments, they're just toys and they haven't got the budget, and it's only B&M, a budget line. I agree to those points to an extent. But if they go to the trouble of raising the neck bins, why couldn't they just get the slats right? And it's not like, oh, it's a one-off release. As I said, they have released this Dalek. This is now the 4th time. And the amount they have produced is not just a handful, not like 5 or 6 or 50, but thousands. So they could have got the slats right. They are smaller and fatter at the front and a bit lower down. Completely different. I'll show you now. This is the Renegade Dalek from Remembrance. I'm just bringing him in because I just want to show you. This again is not accurate, but it's kind of a bit similar. It should be spaced out like that, but they should be a bit smaller and lower down. That's all I wanted to show you. Just take him out because we're concentrating on these. Apart from that, yeah, they're good. If you haven't already got them, brilliant. I have the other versions, which I said. A nice addition to my collection. So now this makes, in total, I have now 5 of the things. I'm going to bring in the earlier release. So just move you back, line you up, and here on the right is the first release. So what do we see? As I said, this is very flimsy, this arm. So a different shade of gold, a little darker, more of a matte finish. lights are different as well on this one, but the back the same. Just as I said, that they've changed the neck bin, which is correct, and the mesh is the darker gold. That's one. And another way you can tell an early release is before something but health and safety came in. Look, I can just do that. So they're very for early releases. You could easily swap up eye stalks over without having to unscrew the dome. So pop that back. And that's that one. That's the first one. Next up will be, when I get the right one, yep, this is the FX one, as in just sound effects. So a brighter gold. This was released in 2012. I think the discs are more accurate on that one, as you can see. Except they've got this chitchy little eye stalk, and I don't know why they did that. More of a gloss white on the FX one, and it after all these years, this one still works. Some of the others don't. I will confess, I must get in and change the batteries, but I'm sure hopefully it works now.
Exterminate! I obey. Emergency! Alert! Alert! Pursue! You are an enemy of the Daleks.
The only disappointing thing about that is they're not accurate for the story. For Exterminate is, but only a few of the Daleks had the right lines, but I'm not getting into that now. But there you go. So there we have. I shall bring in the older one. There we have 1, 2, the new one in the middle, and then we have the 3 revelations. So that's that. Again, as I say, I can't understand why they go to the trouble of getting the neck bins right, getting the colour right. I think that's the right colouring, and yet not bothering to do the mesh. Was it too much tooling, too much cost? Well, if you get it right, you'd sell even more. And I'm tired of this. People saying, oh, they can't afford it, it's just toys. Well, if you buy the latest Doctor Who magazine special on action figures with a new series, for example, a couple of years back they did the classic series, it states in it they are now aimed at collectors. A lot of action figures like Star Wars Black Series, for example, the Batman, Mattel range, are all aimed at adult collectors, like these are. I mean, yeah, you might have your kids. If you've got kids and you watch Doctor Who with them, they might want them as well to play with. But most of us are adult collectors, and we want to collect them, and we appreciate character doing them and bringing out so many variants and that. But why can't you just try and get it right for once? You know, do a Dalek that is spot on of the later series. I mean, some of the 60s ones are fine, apart from the bit of the earlier ones with the light grey gun boxes. I don't understand. I think it's sloppy management or release. I'm not bitter to a certain person. Just saying how it is, and others feel the same. Anyway, that's that. Next review will be the Sixth Doctor's TARDIS, and then we're looking at some more sets. After this, I think it's soon the Inferno set, which I think is a strange one to release for the 60th anniversary, which will contain Third Doctor new head sculpt, Liz Shaw, and the Primord. Not sure whether it's going to be like complete sort of monster type transformation or just like a scientist that's gone a bit green. I'm not sure yet. Then after that we have the next wave of B&M, which will move over to the new series. So it's a bronze Dalek and the accurate black Dalek sec. Don't know why they are not doing Resurrection. It's a bit strange. Then after that we have the Deadly Assassin. Now, kind of understand that one because in Milestones it brought the Time Lords, kind of changed them all, brought them up to date because we hadn't seen many of them. We'd only seen them in the War Games, briefly in beginning of Colony in Space, and the Three Doctors. That's when we seen Gallifrey. So that was a changer, and that's when the traditional Gallifreyan symbol first appeared. Actually, I lie. It actually appeared in Revenge of the Cybermen, but you could say the Time Lords nicked that. And the big collars, the orangey and the purple, etc. collars, all came in that story. But anyway, that's all to come soon. Have I missed anything from the next wave of B&M? Can't think of anything at the moment. Escapes me. I'm just thinking of these Daleks. History of the Daleks, new series, Deadly Assassin. No, sorry, it escapes me at the moment. But anyway, I'm sure there'll be announcements soon. They are due October. Anyway, there we go. That's my history set of Revelation reviewed. Please put a comment if you like this, and also hit the like button and do subscribe and share it about the place because I'm trying to grow this channel. It would be perfect, as Stavros would say. You all take care. Catch you soon. Bye.